Welcome to Chakras and Cusswords, a podcast that dives into self-improvement, completing goals, and overcoming modern-day obstacles. I am your host, Catherine, and together we will address our fears, establish self-awareness, and complete self-growth through honesty and reflection. Remember to please like and share this podcast. Thank you. Hello. If you are tuning in on the replays, hello, welcome. My name is Catherine. I am the podcast host of Chakras and Cusswords podcast. I am also known as the spiritual intuitive nurse and alchemist. I am all about astrology and the tarot, and also, of course, the chakra system. So I am just going to start this room and kind of give people a chance to dive on in. Please, if you can, share the room to the Clubhouse hallway, and we will start to go into the astrology dates for the month of July. I was looking at the astrology for July. Probably I started looking at it maybe a few days ago, and I was like, wow, July is going to be a pretty strong energy month. It's definitely going to have some areas of transition, also some areas of high dynamics with relationships, and also some areas with success, and also really some structure with the whole as the community is seen as a collective. I know many of us are kind of transitioning from the new moon that we just had in Cancer, and also with the Neptune retrograde that is centered in Pisces. So this is definitely a transition of energy, a transition of I would say almost like a transition of excitement as we enter this new month. On the political forecast, for those who are into political astrology and really learning how astrology and the planetary alignments affect as a collective level, really as a whole level, I would say be mindful in the fact that there can be more shortages again with different materials, different foods. Definitely there's probably going to be some more price increases with this next month and all through summer. It's going to definitely be a fiery time on the political center, especially for the U.S. And with the changes that have taken place recently, it's going to be a energy of a lot of constriction and an energy of a lot of people kind of feeling that they are stuck in a container and really stuck in this area where they can't move as freely as they once did before. So be mindful that this is a transition in time. This is a transition where there's going to be dual, I guess you could say, energies taking place, kind of fighting for the lead of what is right versus what is wrong. I do believe there is no right or wrong with astrology. It is all how you see it. There's definitely areas in astrology that is really going to be taking place for this whole summer. If you are looking at your astrology as a collective level, be mindful to continue to, I guess you could say, start to look how you could budget a little bit more. There will be more a price increase with other items, and also increase in just an increase with many things, because there's going to be more shortages throughout this time for the summer. So let's talk about the astrology on a more personal and fun area. So we're going to be entering right automatically in a high energy transition happening tomorrow, July 1st. We're going to have Mars in Aries squares Pluto in Capricorn. This is definitely the area of domination, power, and struggle. So be mindful how you speak to others. Also be mindful how you see conversations going through, and also take time to have that center where you aren't being so aggressive in your communication. On July 4th, we have some new energy. We have Mars leaving Aries and is actually going to go to Taurus. And July 4th is really going to be a shift in energy. It's really going to be a shift in dynamics. So we have Mars entering Taurus, which is really going to be centered around our foundation, stability, and goals. This is going to give us that initiative to really start it, to really kind of put our desires into a steady strategy, and also see it for a transition that can take a longer approach. We also have Mercury enters Cancer that same day. So what this means is that we are going to be more centered around our emotions and also our thoughts with our communication, how we communicate with others, and really have this area where we see that we can be sensitive, we can be, moody, we have feelings that need to be addressed, and really live in that area where we can discuss it, where we can bring that communication forward. We might also feel that others are kind of like stubborn with us or making us feel frustrated, and that has a lot to do with the Mars enters Taurus energy. So make sure to be mindful that when we are communicating, that we're not communicating in the you making me feel like this. Try to be centered on having that open communication with the relationship, and really have that open communication of how you feel, not necessarily how you feel that the others are making you feel. And really, this is also going to take place because on that day, we also have Pallas, which is seen as like a star, is entering in Gemini. And this is really everything that is structured around our emotions and thoughts too. So it is really much a center of communication where we're going to feel that we are overly communicating with others and they aren't necessarily hearing our pure intentions, and they aren't really like hearing us. So make sure you continue to explain it in a way that seems more transparent, and don't feel that others are trying to make you feel frustrated. On July 7th, we have Vesta goes retrograde in Pisces. And this is really like that old energy, that retro energy, that area of the past where we might have had a lot of past dreams or fantasies, or areas that we continue to put back, or maybe even centers where we've seen this destructive self energy, where we get into these limiting self beliefs, and we really don't pick up our purpose, and we really don't pick up our center in a full area of transition, of a full area of clarity with this retrograde. So this is a perfect time to actually look back at the past, but to have that mindset where we're going to release those limiting self beliefs of the past. Also, a pretty interesting conjunction is happening. It's actually a square, and it is happening the next day, which is Mercury in Cancer squares Jupiter in Aries, which is all about confidence and having that is having that confidence and area of not letting the embarrassment take us over. This is kind of going to be that day where we're really going to communicate with structure. And we're really going to not let the limiting self-beliefs lead us into habits that aren't really for us anymore. So if you feel that you are going back into like old habits or own routines that weren't necessarily where you want to be, a lot of it could be because of this square. Also, we have on July 13th a full moon in Capricorn. And this seriously is an amazing time to structure around achievements, personal success. Really have that structure with this full moon in Capricorn is going to kind of kick us out of those old habits and kick us out of those old habits that haven't been letting us live in our divine state of our success, live in our divine state of our structure, and really live in our divine state of our achievements. So we need to eliminate that idea that we have to seek approval from other people, especially with this full moon that will be happening July 13th in Capricorn. This is the time that we are going to eliminate the needing for approval for other people. So right now I'm continuing to go down the astrology dates for the month of July and a lot of the transits that are really in this area of planetary alignments. If you would like to drop your zodiac in the chat, go ahead and I will do a little rundown for each zodiac. I'm not doing personal readings right now based off of astrology. If you would like a personal reading, you can hit that link on the pinned link and purchase one. It is an astrology birth chart reading. Also, I do tarot and oracle readings. This is a customized recording that you will receive via audio and also your birth chart. This is a great deal, or you can book a Zoom call with me. But right now, I'm not doing personal readings in this room. I recommend everybody comes back on Sunday at 8 a.m. for the astrology and tarot talk, where I will be actually pulling one card or helping you kind of see the area for this month that you can use your planetary alignments from your sun sign and put you in the right direction. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you come back on Sunday. Also, I want to talk about July 13th a little bit more because there is a lot of cosmic energy this way, especially as on this day, not only are we having the full moon in Capricorn, but we're having Mercury in Cancer sextile with Uranus in Taurus, which is all about really finding that quick decision of starting something different. We're also going to have some more cosmic energy with Venus in Gemini squared Neptune in Pisces. And please remember that Neptune is currently in retrograde during this time. So this is going to be an area where we're going to want to set boundaries, especially with our fantasies and with other people. It is going to be an emotional time where we really don't want to let others kind of like guilt trip us and try to stay out of that people pleasing sector. Especially around this full moon in Capricorn. So as we enter the full moon in Capricorn, if you're feeling a lot of strong illumination to say yes to everything, when you in fact want to say no, it's probably really happening because of the Venus Gemini squares Neptune and Pisces. So use that full moon to really be centered off of affirmations and boundaries. For July 17th, it is all about the love house and our emotions and feelings with love and also with others and luxury as we have Venus enters Cancer. So this is all about letting ourselves step into that protective energy and letting ourselves have that clarity of of sense of love and intuition, and really taking the tenderness and the caring moments in our relationship and letting them kind of stay with us, and letting them stay in the area where we can express our feelings. If you feel like you haven't been able to express your emotions or feelings in the love house with your partner, this is really the time to try to let love really take over the situation, and remember how come you are in this relationship, and really remember how come you're centered there. Then we have on July 19th, we have Mercury enters Leo. So with Mercury entering Leo, it is all about the communication feeling a lot more bold. It's all about the communication feeling a lot more strong energy, and really feeling a lot more centered in our center of strength. So it's going to be a time where we're going to be very confident and expressive. We're also going to see our thoughts and focus, and really have that energy where we're going to bring it forward in our communication style. Also, we have on July 22nd, Sun enters Leo. So we are now entering Leo season. So this is an amazing time for the Leos. This is also a time to really step up our structure and courage and strength, and also having that playful energy where we feel aligned in letting in that sun energy, especially as Leo is ruled by sun. And also just having time to get a little bit more outgoing and more centered in something that maybe we've been putting off, but now we want to really engage with it. And what we were going to want to stay away from with this new sun season of being in Leo is the drama. So we're going to want to stay away from that drama. We're going to want to stay away from those dramatic relationships. We're going to want to stay away from those frenemies. We're going to want to stay away from that center, and just really have that fun energy, and take in this beautiful conjunction of moving into a new zodiac of the Leo. Also, we have on, let's see, which is another one that I really wanted to talk about, is on July 24th, we have Venus in Cancer squares Jupiter in Aries. This is a day that we are going to want to watch how we are in our relationships, especially with desires of confidence, and areas of jealousy, and areas of feeling overly aggressive, where maybe it's starting to have that kind of like that heated flame, right? So this is going to be an area where we're going to want to pay mind when we are with other people, where we are in our relationships, when we're with our colleagues, when we are with our business partners, to just kind of have that area to like take that chill, right? To like take that nice deep breath and let it all out, and just kind of feel that energy slip away of that strong energy that's making us feel a little bit too aggressive. Also on July 28th, we have a new moon in Leo. So we are going to be all on our new moon energy, really structured around our pleasure and that little romance. A perfect thing to do for this new moon in Leo would be to have areas where you bring in that fire element. If that means having a bonfire with somebody that you are very much centered in the romance, or starting a new project where maybe you are creating candles that are your spiritual candles, or bringing a new energy of a fragrance into the home, or stepping up those romantic, I guess you could say romantic intentions with this new moon. Also, it's a good time to work on new projects. So if you've been trying to put together a project and you keep kind of putting it off, this new moon's really that area to kind of like clear it away and start something new. Use that power from the Leo and really step into your area of strength and courage and bravery. Just take the first step and let it happen, right? Just take the first step and really break into that space. And then we also have Jupiter going retrograde in Aries happening on the same day. So for those who know, Jupiter's kind of been like that hot planet this year, bouncing around. Started off in Pisces and now it's in Aries, and Jupiter's going to be headed onto a retrograde. So this is really a time to be aware of self, right? To have that awareness. We might be feeling a little hard on ourselves, or kind of like taking these life lessons overall in a area where we're not fully feeling aligned with. Like we might be beating ourselves up a little bit if we didn't start that new course, or if we didn't start a new relationship, or maybe we've been dating somebody and it didn't work out, and we have that area where we're feeling a little stuck, feeling like we can't expand and can't bring that abundance to us, especially with new things, especially with our fire element as it is structured around Aries, and Jupiter also rules Sagittarius as well. Just be mindful that this will pass. This time will pass. We all have that time to really, we're going to want to acknowledge that we are abundant and the world is abundant. The universe is abundant and it's here for us. And while something maybe didn't work out like we wanted it to, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not destined to happen, right? So have that mind to really stay focused with your internal self and what it is that you really are trying to bring present, and have that self-awareness, but also have that self-awareness where you do a self-evaluation and you really do it on a mature level. Like, yes, I probably didn't lose the weight that I've been trying to lose because of, I was eating a lot of chicken fettuccine, or, I was adding one or two garlic breads a night, or I was, having too much fun with the margarita and tortillas, or the relationship probably didn't work because he just wasn't the right one, or she just wasn't the right one for me. They didn't respect my boundaries. So make sure you do that self-awareness and evaluation where you see that it wasn't you. It wasn't your reason that it didn't work out, but make sure you do it with an awareness where you are also caring for yourself, because this is going to be having that energy where you're going to be feeling like a little okay. So don't be too hard on yourself with this Jupiter goes retrograde in Aries. And that is the astrology dates for the month of July that I really wanted to touch on. I see that Tanisha has her hand up, and I want to thank everybody who came in. I see Crystal down in the followed by speakers. She is actually an astrologer. So tap into Crystal. She does astrology readings. Let's see. I'm kind of stuck in this back channel and it won't let me out. So yes, a zodiac sign is your sun sign. For somebody who asked, what is a zodiac? A zodiac is your sun sign. It's kind of like the month that you were born. Let's see. I'm actually going to bring, Tanisha, did you want to come up? I just want to tell you that this is going to actually be recorded onto the podcast chakras and cuss words. So whatever question you have might actually be on the podcast. So as long as you are okay with that, you can ask your question.
Yes,
Oh,
I did hear you saying that we're getting ready to go into Leo season, which is my season. And I
yay!
just wanted to ask, I'm sorry, I don't know if I heard you clearly, but I was asking, what does it plan on bringing to us? Um, I don't think I heard you. I was going in and out.
For the Leo, this is your season, right? This is
Yes.
when the sun is, yes. So this is your birthday season. This is the season where the sun is with Leo. This is really a high energy moment for you. There's going to be a new moon in Leo. There's going to be a lot of transition with a lot of planetary alignments really lined up with your chart. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be very much mindful of this. You're going to want to be mindful in your actions, your emotions. What it has for each zodiac is different, but for you, this is really going to be representing how you see yourself, how you see your life path. Are you living in a divine life path that's working for you? Are there areas that you want to improve? Are there areas that you want to be more maybe focused on your relationship? Or is there areas that you really want to be more focused on business or just having time with the community or spending time with friends? This is really structured all about you. Like you're the main star, you're the main one for this season. So, really live in that divine moment. Take time to really care for yourself during this time. Take time to really have some ease, especially if you are feeling like you are going through this emotions, right? If you're like in your feelings or you're starting to get centered off of a lot of having this high energy right now, just be kind to yourself and give yourself time. But this is definitely a high energy moment for you where you can bring on those new intentions, you could bring on that new structure, but you will receive a lot of energy during this season. And I hope that helped. And I'm Catherine. Done speaking for now. Did that help, Tanisha?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Okay, so I just want to thank everybody who popped in this room. Please, if you can, come back on Sunday. I will be doing the astrology and tarot reading room. I do it every Sunday at 8 a.m. And that's when you can ask one question and I will answer it for you. It will be either centered around astrology or it will be centered around tarot. And everybody have an amazing day. Please make sure to subscribe to Chakras and Cuss Words podcast and take care. Bye.